So we have looked at several qualities that an effective teacher needs and considered them personally. Where are we in that? What areas do we want to strengthen? But I want to talk about a few summary points in this area, a couple of very important things to keep in mind about this topic, but also throughout the entire course. First of all, is how do we know we're actually being effective with our students? You might have these great characteristics of organization and good classroom management, and you understand students really well, but you still need some way to know that your students are doing well. And so I want you to think, how can we actually prove what an effective teacher is? Who is an effective teacher? What do you think we could do? Well, the main way is through student achievement. That's how you know if you are an effective teacher. It's by studying student achievement, looking at the data, looking at real evidence so that you can prove what you're doing works. Otherwise, it's kind of a shot in the dark. You know, you think you're doing the right thing and you're following principles of good teaching and you're trying to apply it to these particular students. You're working really hard, but you have to look at how your students are achieving, and that needs to be measured. That's what we'll be doing through the teacher work sample, the TWS. You're actually going to teach a lesson, and then you're going to think, you're going to look at data, pre-assess it, look at the data, study it, use it to plan, and then you're going to assess them after you teach so that you have real data to look at student achievement. That's how you know if a teacher is effective in that area of student achievement. Another thing to keep in mind throughout this course is that different students and different situations call for many different things. So as professional teachers, we need to have so many things, ideas, strategies under our belts. And that's what this course is about. It's about different ways to teach students, you know, what are the basics, but then how do we tweak and change that so that you as a teacher go into a situation, into a teaching situation, and depending on your students, they're going to change every year, and you've got a bunch of them in there. So you need to be able to study those students and pull out of your pocket different strategies and skills. And that takes a career. That takes many years to build on, and we'll be starting that process in this course. There's also another idea you've probably heard talked about before. It's the idea that teaching is an art and it's a science. And there's a lot of creativity in the artistic side, and you'll be able to put your personality into what you're doing, but then there's also the science part of what we know about the brain and how to formulate a lesson plan and how those things work. And I think the real magic happens is when you put those two things together and you combine them with the students that you have. So you combine your personality, you combine the facts about teaching, and then you combine the students that you have. And all of that works together in a wonderful blend, a blend that really can never be repeated. And that's part of this art and science of teaching. So one thing that is so clear through research is that truly it is the teacher in the classroom makes a significant difference on how students achieve. So it's very important for you to focus on yourself as a person and as a professional. There may be things that you need to develop personally in your own private life, things that really bleed into who we are in the classroom. But then there's also professional things that you need to develop, skills you need to sharpen. And those things we're also working through in this course. And so I'd really encourage you to think of yourself as a whole person as you enter this teaching profession, and you're considering skills you need to learn and put into practice, but you're also considering who you are as a person and how you can be the best possible person with God's help, and then also the best possible teacher for your students. That is the end of this summary of effective teachers.